Welcome everybody, it is Sim 3D European Stock Car Series. Well, like the European Supercar Series, but, you know, won't let the naming conventions, you know, tear us up too much. We have just finished qualifying, just about to anyway, and track looking pretty spicy out there for Belgium. Track length of 3.95 kilometers at an altitude of 40 meters above sea level, mostly cloudy, and 11 kilometers an hour southwesterly wind. Myself and Craig back on the box. And joining the 31 degrees Celsius temperature is a track length of mostly cloudy. That is mostly cloudy. I got my words mixed up. Just a little bit. Craig, how you feeling? Craig, how you feeling about this?
I'm looking so good to racing on a track length of partially cloudy. Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, track length is partially cloudy. The weather is 4.01 kilometers. 10 pit stalls and 33 turns. Anyway, it's Zolder. They are getting ready. I believe it is a full pace lap. Eric Blixit.
It is, yeah, it is.
Yeah, Eric Blixit took pole position. Away from Brian Crawls, as you can see. Sean Campbell was third, Aaron Smith, Darren Muller, Ryan Hamilton, Neil Butler, Harry Wills, Ethan Bass, Daniel Gilding, Ivan Bamus, Martin Capel, Taylor Lane, and Chase Glenn. Now, Rob, last time we did Zolder, it was F3 Chaos, and the first time I ever did Zolder was Arca Cars around here. So, I've got an idea of what to expect. Should I tell you what to expect?
Yeah, let me, tell me. What do I expect?
Chaos. Absolute chaos. Can you just picture the idea of coasting through turn 1, which is Erst, going into turn 2 and turn 3, which of course my Dutch is very bad. Well, my language is full stop very bad to this. Sterren Watchbok into Kanalbok, into Usian Batchbok. All of them are just going to be heavy lifting. And for some reason, me speaking like that has just set off my Siri on my watch. That's very interesting. I didn't realise that speaking... what's Belgium? What's the Belgian language again? Just Belgium? Yeah, yeah, I didn't realise that...
Are you okay there? You okay there, Craig?
Hi, I'm having a mental breakdown.
What?
Are
you okay? Are you actually okay? Do you need a hug?
Where am I?
You're at Circuit Zolder in Belgium.
Thank you. Now, just to give you an idea, Zolder's a very interesting track because, let's be honest, it's 3 chicanes and, like, 3 right-handers. Is there any other way to describe Zolder, Rob?
Yes, there's plenty of ways you can screw up Zolder. And in these cars, it's almost every corner.
But Rob, there's no turtles. They can completely yeet over the chicane.
I still wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. You can just see the leaders coming through turn 7 at that Telemann-Bock, which is the chicane into the 2 right-handers, and then down into turn 8 and turn 9, which could go to the penultimate, the final corners. But that is one of the tightest chicanes around. That there's no room to yeet, and you're probably in the wall if you go over the curbs there. But into Jochen Rindt. This is Raidillon 3 quick races for the European Stock Car Challenge tonight. Rob will take you away. It's going to be a very interesting start to the race.
It is going to be Eric Blixt leading them off as the pace car has come in. And where does he start it? Remember, the starting zones, there's 3 races. Only 7 laps, actually. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Inside of him is Sean Campbell, lunged past Brian Krause. You know, we were thinking about the race, the first race that we broadcasted, which was Donington in these cars. I think it was Donington, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Donington, was it? Oh, that's a bit of a wiggle.
It's Brands Hatch.
It was Brands Hatch. The track, in most parts, is wider. There.
Just look how wide it is, and over the first chicane they go. And of course, that is the Klein chicane. Everything looking good. Just a couple people just losing it, and that's Ryan. That is Ryan Hamilton going off, losing it, coming down to turn 7, as we were talking about. Managing to save it, but I think he just got a little bit sideways, putting the throttle on. Yeah, he put the throttle on too early. He went a little bit sideways. Got to be careful. He could be losing that toe at the moment. And Sean can nowhere to make an overtake right now for him.
Yeah, just lost him to the braking at the his Lamborghini Arca car. Yeah, that's
not an Arca car. It's not an Arca car.
I thought these were Arca cars.
No, these are Super Late models.
Yeah, but I thought they were
different.
I thought they were one and the same. Were they not? I thought Arca was the series that the Super Late models ran in.
No. Super Late models do not race in the Arca. Arca is previous generation NASCARs, you know, the NASCAR Cup cars. These are their own thing. Ryan Hamilton's having some massive slides. Really does feel like a Lamborghini when it's doing crazy slides like that.
Hang on now, we've never done that.
Not the Lamborghini I drive. Hi-oh. So, oh, hello. God, I just went to see Brian Krause and just saw him go sideways. By the way, have you noticed what Neil Butler is driving? He's driving a car, a literal car. As Dan Muller's just got wide at turn 9. Oh, he lost a lot. Well, hit yeah. Went into the corner too hot. The car would not turn. Muller's gone from 5th to 9th. And there's been more chaos at the final chicane. That's Harry Wills. Harry Wills has had a moment. Did he clip the grass? I can't believe I'm saying this. In a stock car, he clipped the grass. Ooh. That's the first.
Let's have a look at Harry Wills. We just saw the replay of Dan Mueller. The brakes didn't really work for him. Here's Harry Wills coming up to the... the power slide.
To be fair, he kept it going, but mind you, while we're watching that replay, he has just had a bad turn 4. And he's now side by side with Ryan Hamilton as they come into the first chicane. Hamilton had to... Oh, Hamilton clipped the grass! He almost went for a power slide. but he hasn't. And actually, he was able to get that car under control, but you can't be full throttle down there, especially going over the crest. He loses, well, he lifts a bit there, loses a bit of time into the turn 7 complex A, B, and now C. He's right behind Harry Wills. And you can just see he just finds some extra acceleration out these corners, but with these crests, with these little kinks, you can't really put your foot down on the throttle. Like, they'll come through Jochen Rindt right now. Hard to be full throttle through here. And Harry almost goes sliding again. He made that car go sideways. And he's in a battle with Ryan Hamilton, but Harry's got a little bit more confidence in the throttle, as you can see, and Hamilton's got to try and go around the outside. And boys, this isn't Formula D. This is the Euro Stock Car Challenge. These two are sliding that car around right now. Don't think they got the memo.
Well, I mean, they did this the last time. You know, it's Power Slide Max. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, Power Slide Max Central. Yeah, that's a word for it. As they were just, I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but you know, when a dog, you know, uses its leg like to scratch itself, like it's got that one preferred leg.
Yeah.
Look at Sean Campbell's car. Tell me that right rear doesn't look like it's, very out of, like, is it just me or is that sitting a lot lower than the rest of the car?
A little bit. I see what you mean. Maybe it's to get the car like level, so because there is a fixed setup for everybody. So if his looks like that, everyone's gonna look like that. And it is also a case of you want to make this car somehow turn right because, hey, it's an oval car. It only turns left. Yes, I know that's the joke, but it really is a struggle. Yeah, we can joke about a lot of slides. It does feel like that. It really does feel like that. Also, can I say, I do want that Lamborghini template, and I'm going to put that on an ARCA car. No reason. Not like the Raidillon TV Kia that you can get for ARCA on Trading Paints. Listen to that shield.
I rate that shield a 10 out of 10.
Thank you very much. So
the basis of all of this ARCA racing is how far can you power slide? Because look at Campbell.
Look at Sean Campbell. I'm about to say, like, did he just decide I will power slide every corner? Because that's what it feels like right now. Like, is he going to slide this? He's going to slide turn 8 and turn 9. Let's see. Yes. There's a slide at the end. If he could slide Jochen Rindt, he would slide Jochen Rindt. I'll say that right now. And final chicane. Does he slide this? Does he slide into Jackie X? Yeah, he does.
He slides out of it, yeah.
Is that faster? Like, that's a rhetorical question. Neither of us know the answer to it. But it does feel very interesting that he's sliding and he's 0.2 faster than Eric Blix in front as they're on the penultimate lap. But I'm just fixated. Like, every corner, Sean Campbell. Look at it. That is not exactly something I would like to push in. He's I think the one thing with the sliding is he's able to get a little bit more aggressive on the braking. Brake a little bit later. Not that it helps him, but he's able to just get himself comfortable. It's a driving style that he's okay with, and this is the man that drives Camel GT, the Lotuses. You know, he drives a lot of different types of cars around here. Well, not just around here, but around anywhere. So he is used to the chaos, and the gap has substantially closed. He is almost on the bumper of Blix, who just has a slide here. We're in for a very interesting final lap, I think, for the first race. Is he going to make a late break into Jackie Ick there? Yes, but he's not. The gap as they start the final lap, 0.2 of a second. Hold on to your Stensons. It's about to get interesting.
Hold on to anything American, you know, because these pure American muscle cars.
My shirt comes from America. I'm holding on to it.
Technically, you're wearing it. That's not.
I am grabbing it though. I am grabbing it. That counts as holding on to it. Okay.
I don't think I have anything that's American.
These guys do. They've got these super late models, and Campbell, I think, needed a good run out of that corner if he was going to look for an overtake here onto Blitz. Blitz is holding on, and in they go to decline chicane, and that was not a good exit there for Campbell. He is going to continue to push. Eric is really he's not defending, he's just making sure he holds his lines. And look at the late braking from Campbell. He feels a little bit more confidence. They go right, left into turn 7, into turn 7B, and into turn 7C. Blitz has got the better acceleration at the corner. You can see it. The gap is just starting to pull away. Half a second now. I think because they come down to, well, turn 8, I would like to say penultimate corner, but no, this is a chicane. It's dropping Rind. Yeah, he's got it sewed up. Sorry, Eric Blitz is going to take this. Just wait to see on the final corner. And no dramas there. Behind them, though, as Blitz is going to take P1 and Campbell's going to take P2.
Eric almost didn't actually make it home because that's a wall that he greeted. Very badly struck it, and that is right. Oh, the both of them concertinaing into the crescendo of mistakes. I just want you to see how Dan Muller just gained 2 places on the final turn here. Watch this. This is how uncontrollable these cars were already. Just oh dear, just a giant slide. That was what that was. Just a giant slide.
You just need that music.
Oh dear.
We'll save that for Arca Break Weekly. They can do the classic music over oval cars.
It's going to take a moment to reconcile, to take a break, as it were. Feature will be 20 minutes in length. No constellation. It's just 2 races tonight. 20 minutes, and given that will be about 14. Do we have anything in terms of news?
Yes!
Oh.
Yes, we do!
He was very quick to answer that question, so
Did you not hear? That replaced the Canadian Grand Prix.
Has been cancelled.
It's getting replaced.
Yeah, so
that's news.
So dual. So basically, Turkey's now gotten a no you. But more than that, Turkey was
postponed.
meant to be. Wasn't Turkey meant to be? Wasn't Turkey meant to be the what's it called? The one of the arenas for the sprint races.
No. I don't think it was. I think you'll find it was Silverstone. I won't look an idiot if I find this out now, and it was indeed. I cannot find the information right now at the top. Trying to find it, and I cannot. I know Silverstone is one of them. Silverstone and Monza are 2. No, Monza wasn't, was it? I know Silverstone. That's all I know is Silverstone. Yeah. That's all I know. Is Silverstone as one of them?
The FIA has evaluated removing the final chicane at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for the Formula 1 Spanish Grand Prix, but as warned, it is not an overnight change.
Oh. But by the way, just an update. We do have another race after this. The Constellation, for some reason.
No, they
skipped.
They skip. Oh, really? They'll have another one?
Yeah, there'll be another one.
Where do you see this?
So yes, this is race 2 coming up.
I thought this was by definition, no? By standard.
Nope. They're meant to be 3 races on a night, and the game said no, we're not having 3 races in one session, so another session will have to be brought up.
That'll be grand.
Absolutely grand. So that is the news going on with the F1, and personally, if I am honest, I like that they're putting Red Bull Ring as, you know, a double header, because it did provide some nice racing. 2 issues. Number 1, they could have done it on a track that's got different layouts, so we could have had 2 races on 2 different, on different layouts. Because, technically, well, the only issue is you'd have to, because of the length and like safety. The other thing is, surely a double header would mean one of them would be perfect to try the sprint qualifying, not sprint races, sprint qualifying, while the other one doesn't have it. Just to be like 1 week, hey, here's that new wacky thing, and the other week is, hey, you've seen that new wacky thing? Let's go back to basic. That's what I think should happen.
I'm just looking at the rest of the now. Wondering if there's anything else apart from that.
Oh, what, in terms of motorsport news?
Yeah, motorsport news. Yeah.
I'm not positive to COVID, so that doesn't matter. Well, it does, but it's not like it's something, because we're not a major. We're not.
It's not the end of the world.
Major, yeah. Although I will say, speaking of America, did you know that Jimmy Johnson was a second faster than Juan Pablo Montoya in practice for the Indianapolis Grand Prix today?
Yeah, but what car?
Juan Pablo IndyCar.
Yeah, but Juan Pablo Montoya is what?
Jimmy Johnson was a second faster, a man who had only just started IndyCar this year, after being a stock car driver for the last 20 years, with a second faster than Juan Pablo Montoya. And fun fact, if Montoya crosses the start-finish line to complete the first lap this weekend in the Indianapolis Grand Prix, it will be the first lap he has ever completed for McLaren at Indy, despite being there twice for the F1 Grand Prix. Does that blow your mind?
Kind of.
Because you got to remember, 2005 and 2005, 2006 were the years he raced for McLaren. 2005 was, we all know what happened in 2005. 2006, he crashed on the first lap. So he has never completed a lap around the turn. And if he does that, this Sunday, he finally would have done. He finally would have done. And yeah, we don't talk about 2005. It's stamped in my memory so much that I remember it just for the coverage. Because nothing says, oh no, what do we do? Then let's not show the race and just get as many cameras as we can on the drivers walking around in the paddock doing nothing, because they've been told they can't race because of safety.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about 2005 exactly.
Yeah,
we talk about modern day. This is the modern day. Race 2 will be 20 minutes. Expected of 14 laps, given what we saw last time. And then race 3 will be a new session, 15-minute race. And that'll be about 10 laps. So let's see how they do. Be another full pacing lap. So we'll be able to get a sense of what the grid looks like and sort of the makeup, and see how...
You know what? Now I wish there was a standing start in these things, just to see who could control the wheel spin.
That would be impossible.
Yeah, but it's like they put standing start on the IR01. I don't understand. Like, I get it's the right thing, but those things have got immense horsepower. How does that work? Followed by what's one of the, I think the touring cars are a standing start as well, and that throws some people off. Oh, wait, talking of touring cars, Rob, I was watching one of our former drivers on our stream over the weekend, because Kayaski was taking part in British Formula 4 over the weekend.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it did not go well for him. Well, actually, race 1 he was in an accident. Race 2, he was hit and caused the big one that forced the red flag at the final chicane. Yeah, at the final chicane. And because there was so much chaos from the weather and accidents, they just decided, you're the penultimate race of the day before the British Touring Car's final race. So we're going to stop your race. We're going to restart your race. And the Touring Car's going to do their race. And then with no one really looking, we're going to do your race to end the day. But it also meant that they could restart the whole race at the end of lap 1. So Kayaski was able to get back in. And I think he did pretty well, actually. He had a couple nice overtakes in the pouring rain. So hats off to him. But yeah. Was not the best of days for the Carlin driver.
Health surface in Ireland has suffered a...
Oh, I heard about that. I heard about that on the news. So I hope everyone in Ireland's doing okay about that, because that's kind of a big deal. So I know they were almost worried about cancelling a lot of things. So. Very nice to hear about, I've got to be honest. I think the NHS had a massive cyber attack a few years ago.
They did indeed.
And the sad thing is the guy that fixed it, his heroics that stopped this ransomware, they then found out that he was a hacker, and now he's in prison.
RIP.
Yeah. You saved the country, but you go to jail. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need race 2 car challenge. Eric Blitz will lead us away. The pace car darts in. He's got Sean Campbell beside him, Aaron Smith and Brian Krulls on the second row. We wait, and a bit of a jump. Brian Krulls almost going 3 wide there as he almost caught off there. And look at Ivan Bammers. What? Ivan Bammers down the lockup for Krulls. 3 wide into the first corner does not go well. And you can see that it's Aaron Smith that's just been pushed off. Meanwhile, Bammers, what's the start? Excuse me? 10th to 3rd? Well, we'll take it. As Sean Campbell, while all that chaos is going on, has taken the... Neil Butler, just keeping my eyes on Neil Butler. He's had a little bit better braking into turn 3. Might want to look for a move onto Brian Krulls. Will Blitz look for a move on Sean Campbell? He cannot. It's looking pretty stable right now after that absolute chaotic start.
It is going to be exceptionally chaotic because, you know, it is the second race and it is much longer. So if you get it done early, and then stick the tires out for as long as you can. You just need to essentially what you need to do is just gun it for 2 laps and then hope to pray that the tires last.
Oh, Brian Krulls there at turn 8. I don't know if you managed to just see that. Vamos with some late braking. He locked up the brakes, overshot the corner, crawls, gets that P3. Bamos is still doing well, but after that start, is he going to fall down the order? He's got Neil Butler right behind him as they cross the start-finish line. May look like Butler's going to go for a move, and you know what? He is. A late braking move in a stock car, but Butler goes up to 4th. I do apologize. So Campbell.
It's just a long.
Sorry, go on.
It's just a long line of like single file cars, really, because it tries to survive stock car edition. I mean, that's how
we always talk about, don't we? We always
Yeah.
talk about when we come to ovals that you've got to set yourself up for a run. You've got to set yourself up for an overtake, and the same thing applies to road racing in a stock car because you don't have that ABS and you don't have the type of brakes and the type of discs on the brakes that allows you to do late braking that you see in a GT car that we see. So you really have to get side by side and make the issue. So you just have to hope you can do it. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Bamos going wide. Harry Wills is going to take 2 positions because of that. Because Bamos hit wide, and I think that was Sainton just getting caught up in that. So both of those go down, and oh no, it's been turned from Muller, and Muller's going to go. That's unfortunate there. Nothing intentional, of course, but just these cars getting unseated and Hamilton down the order. It's so tricky.
Yeah, it's a concertina effect. You can see it there if you do another replay on it. You can see the concertina effect happening. It's really just unfortunate. He slows down to take the corner, and because the car behind him tapped him in the rear, and off he went, really.
Off to the races he goes. Well, I mean, technically they do horse racing on gravel and dirt. So, yeah, off to the races he goes. Aaron Smith just about to try and make a move around the outside on Harry Wills. It's going to be interesting. Trying to go around the outside to come into turn 7. Has he got this move sorted? Wills is going to fight it. We know Wills loves to fight it, and he does manage to keep that P5 from Aaron Smith. That was a great run going into turn 7 from Smith, and he needs to hold on to it. Meanwhile, in the background, I think that is Ethan Bass and a little bit of coming together. No, they have not, but we're still keeping an eye on Wills and Smith. Smith has got some great runs at the moment, some great exit speed. After that attempt at turn 7, he's unable to get past Wills, and I think he's hoping for Wills to cook his tires a little bit right now.
I think everybody's cooking in their tires right now. I mean, nobody is safe. Nobody really is safe because I mean we have Aaron Smith and Harry Wills battling here, but I mean, I guarantee you after about 2 or 3 laps, these guys are going to start sliding again. Like, they were sliding at lap 5 in the first race. So, I mean, that gives you an idea of essentially how bad it is.
You can actually see how much speed Smith is taking into the corners. And there's that slide you were mentioning. He's taking a lot of speed. Even Bass is off. Did not see what happened to Bass. Now, is that just a bit of... Oh my word, the car just rejected him into turn 2. Oh, he tried to save it as well, and yeah, that didn't go to plan. That did not go to plan, as you'll see. Wow. So, even Bass now down at the bottom of the field. Still got Aaron Smith trying to battle Harry Wills right here into turn 8. They're already on lap 4, coming to lap 5 of a possible... Well, yeah, not possible. It will be 13 laps. And really, I'm impressed at how much speed Smith is taking into these corners on the exit. But is that going to cook the tyres, I wonder? I do wonder if all that speed is going to affect him later on. We talk about the tyre wear. Of course, everyone's going to get it. It's just who manages it the best when it comes to crucial points of the race.
It also depends forgot to mention, by the way, it also depends on if, and we just see Sean Campbell, he actually has made a mistake somewhere because his 1.5 second lead that he had at the start after lap a deficit, and now he's behind Eric Blixt, and he's chasing down Eric Blixt coming.
Oh, slow down! It was a slow down.
Ooh.
Slow down at the Klein chicane last lap. Lost
That'll
the
do
car.
to you.
Yeah, lost the car and slid through the chicane and had a slowdown. So that will do it, and he's got to do it all over again. But still loads of time. Well, I say loads of time. There's still 12 minutes left. He's done it. He's got to get there first.
Depends. So we have two battles: a battle for P5, top 5, and a battle for the lead. We also have a battle for not coming last, essentially, as Mr. Muller is battling Ethan Bass. So it's like a sandwich right now. There's battles on the top, middle, and bottom.
I've got Michael Barrymore in my head right now. Do you want to go top, middle, or bottom? Top, middle, or bottom? Oh, I don't know. No one's gonna get that reference unless they know the 90s on British TV. No one's gonna. I want to look. I want to keep looking at Aaron Smith and Harry Wills because we know Harry Wills is gonna lose the tires. Oh no! They both clipped the grass coming out of turn 3. As I started talking, I am cursing men again. You can just see, though, I just hear those tires screaming, and I wouldn't want to be doing a lap around here in these things. I'm just saying. They look bad enough from one angle. I wouldn't want to try looking in the cockpit around here. I've got to be brutally honest. Oh, it's just as worse. It's just as bad. You can just see they're wheeling. They are really wheeling these cars right now. And
Like
Smith with a lock-up.
I mean, wheeling them, yeah. These are boats of the vehicle world.
These things weren't designed to go around tracks. And they're going to go too wide in the chicane. Are they both making it through? Excuse me? Hang on. No. That does not compute. Too wide through the Jackie X chicane. Aaron Smith makes the move. Almost come together. Still battling hard. They're not side by side at the moment, but they're still battling hard. But I'm sorry. I know that chicane's wide, but we're talking two boats here. We're talking two Super Late models. And they went too wide? What? Sorry, I'm still in a state of shock here. So we'll keep eyes on that battle. How's that battle at the bottom of the field going? Well, it's turning into a 3-car battle now, Rob. Hamilton, Bass, and Muller. But Muller is losing a little bit of speed. And there is a spinner. It's Daniel Gilding. And oh, he's been spun around again from Ethan Bass. What has happened to Daniel Gilding? I'll tell you what's happened to him. Kind of lost it, and the car could not go any further on brake power. So he goes around. Muller's now gone around as well. Again, he's sliding. I think the tyres are starting to play a factor here, Rob.
I mean,
8 minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, we did see it in the first race where it was just like Sean Campbell, especially, was essentially being sideways 90% of the time. So.
Yeah, but like, you know, they're past that 10-minute threshold right now. They're at what, 12 minutes, and the cars are just going absolutely. In fact, some are pitting. In fact, was that a car? That was Daniel Gilding trying to. I don't know what Daniel Gilding was trying to do, but I think he was trying to keep that car going. And don't tell me he's got broken steering. I think he's got broken steering and he's going to try and like nurse this car around. That's going to be interesting. Shall we get back to the leaders?
We already are on the leaders. Indeed we are. We are just looking at Sean Campbell still trying to get to Eric Blixt. 8 laps in, 13 in total, according to our top stopwatch. I've never seen ARCA cars do 130 around here, but they're doing 130.
They're not ARCA cars!
Oh dear. I mean, super late models.
A reminder that Robert has actually broadcasted super late models, but not ARCA.
What are ARCAs?
The ARCA. Okay. Let me get the information up for you while we're watching the leads.
Yeah. Because apparently what I thought wasn't actually correct, apparently.
The ARCA Maynard Series is the premier division of the Automobile Racing Club of America. Think of it as like to the feeders. Like they use the old NASCARs. We're currently on Gen 6. They use Gen 5. And they use Gen 5 cars. So from next season, they'll be starting to use Gen 6.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's like the minor league to the feeder series. So it's either old guys that just go around and drive, or it's the young guns making their way up to get a pro drive, like Hallie Deegan, Gibbs. I can't remember Ryan Gibbs. Sorry, but he's come in a couple times and done well in Xfinity. So yeah, it is like that. I suppose if you want an idea of what it is in terms of like the F1 feeder system, you're looking at like a regional Formula Series to get into Formula 3, almost like a Euro Formula 3, where it's FIA. It's not the FIA having it at the same time as and the same rules as like the Premier stuff, but it's still there, and it's like it's the final step of the ladder before you get to the big leagues. That is F3, F2, F1.
By the way, a few days ago marked the anniversary. Almost 19 years ago to 2 days ago was when the famous order was made by good old Ferrari for Barrichello to let Schumacher buy at the line.
Is it really that long?
Yeah. Australia.
Wow. I don't actually know what to say about that, because that was a dark day, really. Not like, seriously like, oh, it's horrible, but like, it changed. Like, we knew there were team orders, but team orders had changed the result of a race. That's bad, and Ferrari are the kings of doing that, because Schumacher's done that on Barrichello. Then we had the infamous Felipe, Fernando is faster than you. And then if you want to go one step further to kick Felipe Massa in the balls once again, hey Felipe, you've outqualified Sebastian, great work. Yeah, by the way, we're breaking the seal on your gearbox so we can take a five place grid penalty. Just the grid. That's all. Like, okay, fair play for taking the rules, but still a bad way of doing it. You know what I mean?
I don't think that was intentional, though. I think it was because...
No. They broke the seal on the gearbox deliberately, so Vettel would be on the other side of the grid, so he had better traction. Because he would have been on the grid that had no grip. Whereas if he got if they gave Massa the 5-place grid penalty, Vettel would go up a spot, which meant he got put on the dirty side, which would have been in more grip. So yeah, it was done on purpose that they broke the seal. I guess who was in charge back then? Oh, it was Stefano Domic. Sorry, my Italian's really bad tonight. It was Stefano, who is now one of the head honchos of the FIA. Hey, what did they used to call the FIA? The Ferrari International Assistants, or Ferrari Assistance Association? Yeah, Jean Todt, former Ferrari principal, runs the FIA. Ross Brawn, former Ferrari, formerly from Ferrari. Schumacher's like pit crew and all that stuff. Oh, he now works for the FIA. Stefano, he works for the FIA. Maybe Ferrari finally got their wish and now owns the FIA. Just saying. Right. Neil Butler, Aaron Smith, battle for P4. As we're coming to the penultimate lap, let's have some battles going on as we've had to talk. Not a lot has been going on, and Neil Butler's having the slide of a lifetime as he's trying to hold off Aaron Smith. There's also battles 20 seconds behind them with Wills, Bamus, and Campbell. Wills, those tyres unfortunately have gone off. And it really is the case of who can survive for the last minute around here. I wouldn't want to be doing this right now. I'll tell you that, right? I'll tell you that, Doing Daytona and Charlotte in a stock car is bad enough. This? Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, this is the kind of hell that is reserved, or, not literal hell, but it's the kind of thing that's just like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this. By the way, Harry, the three cars behind, right? Bamus, Wills, Campbell. Wills locks up and slides under braking and loses P6. Loses P7 and... So yeah, he's now P8. He locked up and slid under braking. I think that just shows the life of the tyres right now.
Do be clear, though. That is Lightning McQueen battling. He's battling for not going to 5th. Neil Butler and Aaron Smith going at it on the final lap as well. And then we have a three-way between Wills, who had a mistake and dropped backwards, between himself, Campbell, and Bowman's. So, yeah, well, I can see why Harry's got damage to his front end. I mean, that car has probably been sideways more than any other car on the grid.
Well, Smith just made the move on Butler. He takes that, but also coming around the final corner, it would be a little bit of a drag race between Blitz and Campbell. Not much has happened between these two. Campbell has only been able to match speeds. Blitz will take 2 of the 3 races after Campbell with his slowdown at the end, and they're just giving the smoke effects right now. That is Carl's getting P3. Smith gets get past Butler. Pulled off Campbell and Wills. Is he? Will they? Is this going to be the positions at 6, 7, and 8? They've got a couple corners left to go, but I don't think anyone's got the tyres to be able to just send it into Jackie X. We'll wait and see. The first one to make a mistake, and Ivan almost makes a mistake. He made this on the final corner here. He's gonna go for it, but it is tight. This is tight, and he's just gonna miss out. Oh, so close. Just gonna miss out there by a very bare margin. In fact, that was 0.02 of a second. Ivan Bomos and Martin Campbell.
And that is race 2 over. Just gonna be very patient and determine where when the
Even Bass got disqualified.
How?
I'm trying to find out right now. I'd love to know what happened.
Yeah, so would I.
Taking its time to show me. Just sent me the lap 1. Thanks. Thanks, iRacer. Right, okay. Now, what did he do to get disqualified? Came into the pits. And... Don't tell me it was off tracks. You know it was.
Ooh.
I think. Yeah, off tracks. 30 incidents.
Yeah. That'll do it to you.
That would do it to you. So that will do it. We wait for the final race to load up. By the way, fastest lap, Sean Campbell, 1:32.271. That's a fast lap. That's a fast lap in these things. Trying to think what a lap time in a GT car would be around here. Like, seriously trying to work out what the fastest lap in a GT car would be around here.
I'm just trying to think now. It probably is... it probably is a 1:16, 1:8:17. If I had to hazard a guess.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. By the way, out of curiosity, Euro NASCAR does come here. And they don't have the same type of cars. And their fastest laps are 1:36 around here. But they're using... They're kind of using like ARCA cars. So it's going to be a little bit slower. For the World Touring Car Challenge, a 1:39 around here. In a GT2, a 1:31, a GT3, a 1:29. DTM, 1:20. Actually, a DTM is faster around here than an F2 car. I never knew a DTM was that fast.
It depends on the track. Like a DTM would be able to cut the chicanes much harsher here.
Yeah, that is true. Champ car has the fast because they haven't, because like F2 is technically the highest series that has been around here. Champ car has the fastest lap around here, full stop, in the current layout, which is a 01. I can't even remember Champ car. Well, it was cards. 1:14.089 is the fastest lap around Zolder. That's the fastest lap around here ever. In the current layout.
Quick? She quick?
Yeah. She is very quick. So I'm just trying to look at other things. By the way, Sebastian Bourdais set that fastest lap. And the next thing, 0.5, 1:17.780, done in 2006. So, Formula 3.5, 2006. Let's have a game. Guess the driver.
Sebastian Vettel.
No.
Lewis Hamilton.
No, Lewis never did 3.5.
Oh, if it's 3.5, then going backwards in 2006, it's got to be. I'm tempted to say Verstappen.
No! No! Robbie would have been 8 years old.
18-year-olds driving F1 are.
I know. Okay.
Boggles my
Do you
brain.
give up?
No, I'm still thinking. Sergio.
No. Good guess, but no.
So I would. No, Kimi was actually racing properly in F1 at that time. I'm so torn over the fact that is it Heidfeld?
No. Do you know what? I actually am surprised at this. Let me know when you give up, because I am surprised at this.
Nico Hulkenberg.
No. But, good guess.
Lance Stroll.
That crop of drivers.
That crop of drivers. Okay, who was in it?
Because like he got into F1 around like 2008, didn't he? 2009.
Yeah.
So you're looking at that crop of drivers.
Sebastian Loeb. Or
Loeb.
No, sorry, I'm confusing him with Bourdais. Sebastian Bourdais.
No, it wasn't Bourdais. No, Bourdais was actually racing in F1 around that time. I would have thought.
Yeah, he was in Toro Rosso, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how an F1 driver. Okay, who else was in that? Paul di Resta.
No.
Stefan Van Dorn.
Van Dorn? No.
Just throwing my name out there. it sounds right.
Okay. It's not a person you would think. Put it like that.
Juan Pablo Montoya. That would be one of my wildest guesses.
Well, you know what? You're getting close.
Brazilian. Bruno Senna.
Montoya's not Brazilian.
He's from that area though. He's from South America, isn't he not?
Okay, it's a South American driver. Okay.
No.
Wait, I actually just gotta check my geography right now.
What country is this driver from? What country?
Venezuela.
Yeah, that's in South America. Who's Venezuelan?
I'm just giving it away. Mitchell in chat's probably gonna get it now. I said Venezuela.
What does he do?
Can Mitchell get it?
What's he doing currently?
Oh, good question. What is this driver doing currently? Do you know what? Nothing.
Maldonado, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Wait, that's him. I thought he was Portuguese or something.
You thought Pastor Maldonado was Portuguese when he was a paid driver that brought in the money because of the oil.
I mean,
so
I'm just being honest.
He went Formula 3.5, right?
Right.
Where he came third that year, then went to GP2, 3 years in GP2. By the way, Sean Campbell's driving the track in reverse. 3 years in G10, and then 2011 he started in F1, and then 2012 he got his one and only win, and the last win by a Williams, which makes me feel sad that that's the last time Williams won a race.
When was it? What year?
2012. And I remember what was so magical about 2012 was we just had a couple years of Vettel dominating, and I think the first 9 races were won by 9 different drivers.
I wouldn't say it's Vettel dominating, more so the other teams kind of kept dropping the ball. Lewis Hamilton, yes, that's domination. However,
yeah, so
you know,
the first 8 races that season were won by 8 different drivers. Mark Webber broke the duck. Yeah, you're right. Everyone messed up because Lewis Hamilton was in control. Then they went to Singapore and did the Asian part of the calendar. Vettel won in Singapore, won in Japan, won in Korea, won in India. Hey, remember those tracks? Remember Korea and India? And then that was it. That was it. He had the title sealed up.
No, he didn't.
Kind of. Yeah.
No, Vettel didn't win the first 8 races of that season. I think it was 8 different drivers.
He won 4 of the. He won 4 of the last 7.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Like, Vettel didn't have any of those seasons easy. Like, I think they were all like down to the wire. I know the the 2018 one was. They were definitely down. They were very tight at the end of it.
Oh yeah, was it 2011 where 2012? Hang on. I just got to check.
2012 was the Multi 21, I think. Multi 21 incident at Imola.
No, Multi 21 was at Malaysia. No, I'm thinking no. Was it No, it was Bahrain. Oh.
Hang on, let's.
2013 Malaysian Grand Prix.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Because it all fell apart, kind of like on his last year. It was not for him. It kind of all just fell apart. The bows.
But yeah, Vettel won the title by. Vettel won the title by 3 points.
Yeah. It was exceptionally close in 2013. It was down to the wall. Not like today, where it's like the title's wrapped up and then there's a pomp and ceremony a few races before like the end of the thing, you know, that kind of.
Don't get me started. Seriously though, Korean International Circuit with a very nice track. It just had a really stupid pit entry.
Yet you're thinking that the Abu Dhabi one is any better, or the exit's any better?
No. Yeah, I'm talking about the entry, because they did the first race at Korea, and then for the next season they had to change the way the entry was, because literally the line you take to get into the pit lane was the racing line. You didn't go off, so you would also then have to slow down more if you were going into the pit lane on the racing line than you would do to take the final corner.
I've completely forgotten how I can't remember actually, you know, seeing it in action. I'm looking at like the track map for it now, and I'm just there thinking, what's this?
Oh, and by the way, the Indian Grand Prix circuit, I forgot what it looked like, and yeah. Korea and India, two Tilke design tracks, if there ever was.
Also, Sebastian Vettel won 3 of the 4 races held there.
Yeah.
And on the last race they ran at 2013, it was Vettel on top, and then 2 Lotus Renaults of Kimi Räikkönen and Romain Grosjean. Leave
me alone. I know what I'm doing. Literally, that was the season where Renault Lotus just dominated. You know, they not dominate, but they dominate the midfield, and to the point that they looked like serious contenders. In fact, remember they won Abu Dhabi with Raikkonen giving those famous things. The next race, start of the next season, Australia, they win, and everyone's thinking, and then everything happens. So. Final race of the night, 15 minutes. Reverse grid, full reverse grid. So that means Ethan Bass and Dan Muller gets to savour the front of the field, with Ethan taking them away in the Dodge Challenger, powered by Siemens? No, it's Dodge. It's just literally Dodge. Okay, I thought he had a better sponsor. Dan Muller's got the best sponsor, though. The Raidillon TV number 11. Gotta get that one in there, haven't we?
Yeah. The shill has to go on. The shill has to go on. It's Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. 15 minutes of the final race is about to start. I'll be taking you through this one as they come around for the final time on pace lap through the final chicane. It's Ethan Bass leading you off on his right. His left is Mr. Muller. I'm just looking on board now at Mr. Muller as he takes off, looking to see if he can cut off Ethan Bass coming into turn 1. Oh, crikey, that is the 99. The 99 having a loop-de-loop. I didn't think I'd be saying that in a race. That's all poor Ryan Hamilton. He had a slide. That's Martin Campbell in the background having an accident. Are just about fine, or well, clutching at straws really. But I mean, they're doing very well for themselves.
Brian Cruz has made up what 5 places already?
Yeah, as has Eric Blixt.
Wow!
And now it's 6 places.
That's madness. And Blitz making that charge up the field. Daniel Gildings is gonna get past Dan Muller. I think that he's just not slowing. It's off the cage. Hey, here's Sean Campbell out of nowhere. Oh no! There goes Sean Campbell. A little bit of a slide. He's gonna have a little bit of argy-bargy with Eric Blitz. He finally gets past Eric Blitz. Just a small problem, Sean. There's cars up the road that you might want to get 4 more cars up the road you might want to get by. You finally got past the guy you've had to get by. Just a little bit late. And again, late braking, tried to get past Dan Muller. Not going to happen at the moment, but I think he might make this at Jackie X. Muller's going to realise that he can't defend. There's a door panel. Yep, door panel, quarter. That's the call. Muller goes wide. Muller goes into the dirt. And Campbell did leave him the room, in all due fairness. And Muller's going to go down the order, while Campbell is just going to continue. Has to find 2 seconds.
So, lap 1, Ethan Bass still leads, but Brian Collins is absolutely chasing him down. Daniel Gilding in 3rd. Sean Campbell getting 5 positions up into 4th, but he's got Eric Blix for company. In 6th is Aaron Smith. Neil Butler not too far behind. Harry Wills in the mix there at 8th. And Ryan Hamilton has actually caught up to the rear end of Harry Wills after his slide at the start of the race. And here we go, just looking at Brian Krause. Oof, and they both missed it.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty. Yeah, I'm quite surprised at that. They both miss it. Here comes Daniel Gilding. There goes Sean Campbell. I mean, the train that they've got right now is crazy. Even Bass is now getting, is just he controls his own destiny. And he controls the fate of a lot of drivers right now, this Ethan Bass. And it looks like he's not going to be able to make a move. But Sean Campbell going to try and make a move into Jackie X. You're Gilding think about defending. And did I see a slide there from Gilding? I did. Up in front, though, Brian Cruz is going to take the lead away from Ethan Bass. New leader, the 48 Brax Racing of Brian Cruz. Ethan Bass is now on the defense, and Campbell making up a couple spots as well.
And Ethan Bass he's still trying to recover, but he's now down into 2nd. Is on the hunt for some positions. How hard is he on the hunt, though? That'll depend. He's got 11 minutes to do it, but he just needs to hope.
Sean Campbell's just going to get that position through Ethan Bass. I think Bass must have had a slowdown there. So Campbell just needs 1 more place and he's going to get a lead. By the way, while this is going on, IndyCar qualifying, we were making a bit of fun about the Indianapolis Grand Prix. Guess who's qualified on pole? In literally the last second. Roman Grosjean. It's happened, boys. It's happened. But what's not happening right now is Sean Campbell catching up to Brian Cruz. As Daniel Gilding has to also hold off Aaron Smith. But Aaron Smith looks like he may want to go around the outside of turn 1 here. Don't think he'll need to. I think Bassett... No, actually, no. Gilding is going to fight this. Smith is going to try and go around the outside. He may have this. That's a good move around the outside there. Daniel Gilding. Is he going to hold on to this? I mean, no matter what car you're in, he's just gone around the outside of turn 1 at Zolder. That's impressive. Well done, Aaron Smith. Well,
look at that once again. As you can see, that is Aaron Smith on the outside. A bit of a wiggle, to be said. But he's doing his damnedest to keep it on the track.
they're all wiggling. They've had 5 minutes out there. They're on lap 4 of a possible 10, so not even halfway. Top 2 are 3 seconds ahead of everybody. Campbell, once again, he's struggling. I mean, 3 P2s in a row tonight wouldn't be bad, but apart from the first race, he would have had a chance to win 2 of them, and slow down in the second race cost him the win. And now he's just struggling like he did in the first race to try and get past the car in front. I mean, granted, it's not easy to get past the car around here, but he's almost playing the long game, and in a 15-minute race, there's no real long game. Do you know what I mean? This is like the first 8 minutes, and they're about to go halfway, so yeah. You might be thinking you might need to step on the throttle all of a sudden.
So I'm just looking at these ARCA. I'm looking at these ARCA cars, or I keep saying ARCA cars, these super late models, and I'm just like, why aren't they dangerous to drive even? Like, you know, just.
But just look at that spoiler on the back. Look at the downforce it's producing, or lack of. By the way, Aaron Smith just had a slowdown at the chicane. Eric Blitz goes up to P5 as he's looking to climb up the orders. He's got Daniel Gilding in front of him next. The leaders are just constantly battling. Do you say battling? I guess really you do, because Campbell, he's not looking to overtake right now, but Brian Quarles has a lot of fear, anxiety, panic, you know. Campbell's making Quarles play into his hands and just asking that 48 to make the mistake, make him take the lead away. And you know what? He's going to try that around the outside into turn 1. Not worked for him. Is he going to clip the gravel? He is. Keeps that car under control, and ooh, late braking into turn 2. Got some good runs here, but then the back kicks out of him. More clipping of the grass, and out of turn 2, he does not keep his momentum. Bit of a shame. Won't get a run into the chicane. But Eric Blix might get a run into the chicane, because look at these 3 battling right. Is Blix going to have to make a defend here into the chicane? No. So we got a battle for 3rd down to 6th. Well, you don't need to make it now as Gilding goes off. So make that a battle from 3rd to 5th. And a battle for 1st and 2nd.
Sean Campbell and Brian Krells. It is lap 6 of 10, coming up to 7th. It is 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And it'll be interesting to see how they hold it together, because remember, the first race, Sean Campbell was sideways. After 10, second race, after 20 minutes, he was sideways. Does he? It's like what's it called? Like a spring, you know? How far do you stretch the spring, or how much?
Yeah, I was thinking like an elastic band. How far can you stretch the elastic band before it breaks? Have you seen this side by side from Krulls and Campbell though? This is fantastic.
We're looking at it
side by side. That was around the outside. That was great racing between the 2 of those drivers. Just loads of respect from both of them. Campbell takes the lead with a fantastic move, and I'll tell you what, if it wasn't 10:40 in the evening, I would be off the top of my lungs right now with a move around the outside for the lead like that. Meanwhile, he is victim of the chicane, and he's lost not 1, not 2, but 3 positions at Blitz, Smith, and Butler. All go by Ethan Bass, and he almost lost Daniel Gilding as they're in this elongated train. And now Blitz has finally got past. He is pushing, and what, 4 minutes left? Blitz is 10 seconds behind Baron Krulls. Do you think he can do it? Do you think he can?
Unless they make a
catch up?
mistake. No.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. I wonder if he is able to do anything. There's been contact though. I think Ethan Bass has gone off. He has. That's Neil Butler in front. I think Butler broke early, and yeah, Bass wasn't aware of it, and they came together. Lightning McQueen unfortunately went around. Ka-chow that.
Ka-chow that.
Don't look at Lightning McQueen, because he's lost his left wing. Look at it. He's running it half. Has he still got his? I know. Has he still got his reflector? He can still ka-chow. He can still ka-chow people. Don't worry, it's fine.
It throws us back to when we did the 24 hours for ovarian cancer research or ovarian cancer action. And we had the ka-chow, and then we had the hour. Was it the hour of ka-chow? Or we just
no. You promised that if there was a certain amount of donations hit, you would give people a full 5 or 10 minutes of Lightning McQueen on the screen. The race, it happened. So for the post race, we had to do 10 minutes of Lightning McQueen on replay. The memes that car gave us. I'm still haunted to this day. Still haunted to this day. At least on the plus side, though, the cockpit for Neil Butler isn't the same as that cockpit, because remember how you could see the eyes in that Porsche cockpit? That was the thing that scared me. Man, someone... John,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I only had an information about Roman Grosjean. It's a Roman Grosjean fact. I'm watching Brian Crawls, though, as he tries to make a move onto Campbell, but yeah. By the way, last podium Roman Grosjean ever got in motor racing was 10 years ago at Istanbul. In 10 years, since he was on the front row of a grid. Daniel Gilding's towed! Daniel Gilding's towed as Brian Crawls shows around the outside of Sean Campbell, and it's not worked. What has happened to Daniel Gilding?
And the chicane has claimed the victim.
Oh.
That is a slide.
That is a slide. And I think a lot of cars are sliding right now. Brian Crawls is heavily sliding. White flag. But I think with all the tyre life, Brian Crawls is not going to be able to fight Sean Campbell here. So that may be all she wrote. Neil Butler again. Is that just sliding under braking? It is. So, could be all she wrote. Harry Wills is about to... Harry Wills was sliding into the final corner, and he's been able to not crash Ethan Bass as Ethan Bass takes the position. But final lap is underway, and the gap at the front is 0.7 of a second. I think it may stay that way.
It is going to be the final lap. Sean Campbell versus Brian Crawls. Harry Wills versus Ethan Bass. And the ridiculousness of it all, it is super late models going around Circuit Zolder.
I mean, what else would you like to see? Been actually been an entertaining race.
It has. I mean, it has.
Directo dritto.
Fair enough.
Right. Final corner. Finally get the victory on the night. He's going to lead Brian Crawls. Gonna be Campbell to win the race. Crawls to come on P2. Litz is just coming to the finish line. Here he comes. He's going to take P3. I don't think there's any more battles. In fact, Harry Wills is still battling Ethan Bass at the back of the field, but the gap is just so far away. Unless there's a mistake, and Well, the only might have a chance in sliding the car from half a second back, almost losing the car. Bass will hold that P6 as Wills will take P7.
And apparently, because they're free of the of the super late models, but say Arc again. Dear Lord. But at least they can say they survived. They survived just a smidgen, you know, just a smidgen.
Just a smidgen. Oh! Sorry, I just realised what happened to Neil Butler. He went for broke, clipped the grass, lost control of the car, went down the pit road, crossed the pit commitment line,
And
saw a gap, went through the gap. Yeah, Neil Butler's going to lose that P8.
I
Just saying. Yeah. That's going to be a big penalty for an unsafe exit. There you go. Neil Butler gets P10. Only just.
Yeah, only just, but I mean, still a post-race position change. I mean, you can see
Big
it there.
penalty.
Why is it that it's now doing this thing where, like, some of the names are formatted in a really weird way, like E Bass, yeah, and then it goes Wills H, Ryan Hamilton 4, D Muller, and then it goes Butler N for some reason. It's just like, it's so weird. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm just gonna blame because that's what I usually do.
And then D Gilding.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
dots,
yeah.
no commas, no nothing. But
Yeah.
sorry,
yeah.
I like it. My name's Butler. Neil Butler. You know, it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get Brian Crawls up here.
Let's get him up. Let's get him up.
Let's say hello to Brian, because that was a very entertaining second race there from Brian. Leading at the start of the race, but just unable to hold off Sean Campbell, Brian. Some good racing, though, at the end. Some really nice respect by you and Sean.
Yeah, it was a good battle there at the end. It was a shame I couldn't hold him off. For some weird reason, that wall was so sticky on turn one, and I got into it, which gave him the opportunity to try and pass me. But no, it was very, very fair racing. I enjoyed it a lot.
So what was your thoughts? Because we watched all of it, going side by side from turn one into almost turn four. What was your thought process? Because you had the inside, but Campbell was right there. So your exit apex was a little bit compromised. But were you panicking at any stage there going to?
At that point, I just go by my motto: hold her wide open.
Yeah, it's hard to keep these things wide open. Just explain, because I'm sure there's not a lot of full throttle in these cars around Zolder, is there?
It's relatively okay, to be honest. It's just that the tire wears in these things is just it's insane how fast it can wear. But once you manage that throttle, it's kind of okay. It's just, you know, managing it a little bit. I think from turn 1 to turn 3 that you're about halfway, 3/4 into the throttle, to try and not make it spin too much so you don't ruin them too much during the race. So that's kind of a down point, but for the rest it's kind of okay. Just manage it as you think you would in a no downforce 500 horsepower car.
Oh yeah, no, I drive one of those like every day. You know what I mean? It's totally my thing. No, you mentioned the tires. We saw a lot of sliding at the end there. It wasn't deliberate, Formula D, but tell me you were under control of the car, because it looked sometimes you were sideways going into chicanes.
I actually was. I was completely expecting it, because I've done a different series. I think it was in the Legacy Xfinity cars that drove around this track, so they were equally as hairy. That's why I sent it around the outside of the hairpin, because I made it stick there once, but these tires just won't have it. It's such a different animal, this car, but it does slide a lot. I've noticed that from round 1 in Brands Hatch, or even the preseason testing, getting the tire management under control is key to win a race or to do good in a race, but also utilizing the slide to propel the car forward enough to not lose momentum it's a tricky balance to try and keep the car on the track.
Rob, I'm sure you've got some questions.
I have one. How on earth do those things, like, I keep asking this, but like, just how? How on earth do you keep them straight? Do you keep them things straight? So do you just pray every time you go around, or is it a lot of balancing the clutch and the throttle and clutch and just trying to make sure that in some way the car is ready to go around?
I don't use the clutch actually in these cars. Just flip the throttle and go. Just let it eat. But no, I just let it eat. I've driven these cars so much around road courses because it's such a stupid thing to drive around a road course that it's so much fun. So you kind of know what to expect going deeper into a run, when it's going to slide, where it's going to slide. I'm a Belgian, so Zolder's my home track, so that gives like a kind of an advantage of, oh yeah, this could get kind of hairy over here. So it's, I don't know, just do it. I don't really think about how, I just try and do it.
It's always nice to see Zolder. I miss Zolder. I think we all miss Zolder. I think it's a little bit too small nowadays for modern day F1, but it is fantastic to see. Brian, unfortunately, it's a shame you didn't get the win, but it was some fantastic racing there with Sean. Congratulations on a P2. We'll let you get some rest and recuperate for the weekend, and hopefully we see you next weekend. All the best.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, guys. See ya.
Take care.
It does indeed, but you guys can still enjoy the rest of the streams that we have done this weekend. We will play to the fiddle of the Indy 500 for the Major Series on Sunday. We will be giving you all the live coverage, all the events, the happiness and the sadness of that. Are you looking forward to it, Craig?
Looking forward to it so much. I don't think you know what you're in for this week. It's not going to be like Daytona.
Not really.
It's not going to be like the Musket 250. It's going to be... Oh, it's fantastic. And I have experience, so as many things as I can, and that is what the Major Series is all about. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. Rob can't wait. It's going to be a fantastic event. Hopefully we will see you there on Sunday. But thank you once again for joining into it. This is Raidillon TV, of course. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, of course. And once again, underneath our video here, a link to our Discord community and a link to trackcams22.com, providing us with these camera angles. And to be fair, when you think this track, it looks a bit small and it looks a bit, out in the wilderness, but fantastic camera shots around here. So once again, thank you for providing them there. Like we said, we're back Sunday, so I'm going to go off and now watch some proper ARCA racing in ARCA cars, Rob, not what you think of an ARCA car, as there is ARCA racing on at the moment. Until then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, because my name's been Craig King.
And I have been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.